Good afternoon. February the 12th, I believe, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. .444. 72 degrees outside in February. That's crazy. North Carolina, such crazy weather. I hope everybody's been having a good life and things are going well for you. I've been still some odd things going on with me, and I guess I kind of, when I make these videos, I'm all over the place, trying to keep up with my mind and the thoughts and what I've got going on. I kind of want to give it a shout out to some special friends that I have, or some special acquaintances, people that help me stay in the loop, so to speak. I don't keep up, kind of just go by what God tells me, my intuition. And thank God for my spiritual friends, or family, I guess. Not friends, they're family, they're soul family. Anybody that's like-minded like yourself that you can actually sit down and speak to, those are your soul family. Just because they're not blood doesn't mean that they can't be family. I have got blood family that is not as close as my soul family. So a lot of my soul family that I have, they keep up. They watch their videos of these, symptoms, Ascension symptoms, energy upgrades, DNA upgrades, all these things that are going on in the world, and why these things are happening, why they are occurring now. They keep up with these things. There are multiple people that are going through these symptoms, Ascension symptoms. So this is what I've been going through, and it has a lot to do with the atmosphere, the planets, the stars, solar flares. I guess that's the term they're using. I don't mean it that way, but I'm just saying, all these things that are going on. If I'm doing any type of research or looking something up, it's God guiding me to do so. I just don't. I'm an in-the-moment type person, so anytime I'm felt led or guided, that's God guiding me, that's God telling me, that's Him speaking to me, and I've recognized His voice. Just like these angel numbers, when you get these angel numbers, you look them up to see what their meanings are. And usually it's going along with what's happening in your life at the moment. And mine, it's really strange. I hadn't seen 1111 in a few days, and I wouldn't necessarily say I got discouraged, because it was noticeable. I did notice it, that I haven't seen it. There for a while. You watch my videos, I talk about seeing it multiple times during the day, but I hadn't even seen it in a few days. And I'm scrolling through, Instagram or Facebook, which I don't typically do. There's these videos called TikTok. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with TikTok videos. And I'm not really thinking about anything, just scrolling through. And this guy is on there, a video, showing people how they can make their flashlight brighter on their Android phone. So he opens up his phone, and the time I see on the phone is 11:11. It's really strange. And then of course I saw it again that day, and I seen it today as well. So it was just a little bit. It got quiet. The numbers in themselves got quiet. I think there's no thinking. I feel that I was in a really good spot mentally. So more than likely, That's probably why I wasn't seeing the numbers like I was. With these Ascension symptoms, I've been having some weird sensations, telepathy, very, very frequent throughout the day. It's happening quite a bit. Like I said before, it was periodically throughout the not throughout the day, but every once in a while, maybe once a week, I would get something that was odd. Anytime you're running across something that's odd, it sticks out. It's out of the ordinary. That's a message. That's God speaking to you, tapping you on the shoulder, trying to give you a message. So this is constant for me. And more so now, I'm seeing it so much now that it's normal. It's not even, almost kind of like I'm not even recognizing it because it's so normal now. It's like this reality, this dream, this matrix that we're living in is fading away, and I'm starting to connect more to the spiritual world. And I know I've explained this before. I've attempted to make this video multiple times, just like I have in several other times in other videos, and I just delete it because it just doesn't come out right. Getting detached, and I'm noticing that more and more. The more I'm aware of things, the more I realize and I connect more to the Spirit. The transition is starting to happen. I'm curious to the level. Jesus ascended. I speak on this in the Bible, where Jesus ascended and his soul ascended to heaven after he was crucified and he rose up from the dead. Now he was on the earth for a little while after his resurrection, but eventually he completely ascended. He turned more spirit, more soul and spirit than he did flesh, which eventually he ascended to heaven, to the outer realms. According to the Word and the Bible, I'm living a pretty good life according to the Word. Pretty good, holy life. More childlike demeanor, and when I say childlike, I mean like no worries, no stress. There's a verse in the Bible, scripture in the Bible, where it talks about, they ask Jesus how to, or something to do with how to enter into the kingdom of heaven. And he said you can't unless you have pretty much a childlike demeanor. Speaking on, you can't enter into the kingdom of God, kingdom of heaven, with worries and stress. Because children, they have no worries, they have no stress, they have a carefree life. That's how we're really supposed to live our life. Not saying that you can't enter into that kingdom or the outer realms with that on you, but you cannot enter. The whole point of heaven and the outer planes is to get away the pains and the sorrows. It's a perfect world. It's a perfect life. And with the perfect world and perfect life, there is no pains and sorrows. There is no misery and sadness. You will be 100% whole and perfect. You will be perfect. You cannot be perfect if you're holding on to pains. So it's kind of like, and this is not something I'm trying to be. This is something that's happening to me. It's forming me. It's molding me. It's changing me into this type of personality, this type of being. I can't really say person, because what is a person really? It's flesh. It's nothing. It rots away. It's like the word I and me and all that. What is that? That's all egotistical words that don't hold any value. There's really no meaning to it. I'm slowly changing myself to that. The more that I clean my soul, I'm aware of, and this is a process. This has been a process. This whole spiritual journey that I've been on has been for this purpose. Now, I'm not where I'm at right now for no reason whatsoever. I am working myself into something. Something's coming. Something's happening. And each day I progressed more and more. And I was describing to somebody about the spots, the blemishes in my body, that I'm starting to become more and more aware of it, and I'm removing it. And once I remove the negative, and I'm not saying I'm negative, but stuff that's weighing me down, and there's not a whole lot. I'm working really hard at getting rid of it. And I wouldn't necessarily say I'm working hard, because it's not like I'm trying. This is part of the process. I'm removing it. As I remove it, I'm filling it in with love and peace and light. Eventually, and this is what I'm feeling is eventually going to happen, is I'm no longer going to be on this plane. I'm working on full ascension. I know that sounds crazy. I know it's got to sound crazy, but where does it end? The process that I'm in now, it has to end somewhere. So I'm working on it. I'm 11:11 on the time here. Wow, 11:11. So I'm working on it. Like I said, each step I'm getting closer and closer. Just like Jesus, and I'm not comparing myself to him whatsoever. Nowhere near him. But just like him in Ascension, he cleared, once he died, and he resurrected, he worked on it. Not saying I'm dead, or I died. Maybe I did. Shit, I don't know. I do know that I almost fully ascended during meditation one time, and I got stopped. I could feel my soul. I could feel the silver cord stretching its limit. It was reaching its limits, and I could hear it tearing as I was getting closer to God. And as I got closer, he stopped me. He stopped me in my tracks and said, "It's not your time yet." And I was stubborn. I went back into it, and I started to ascend again. And he stopped me again and said it was not my time yet. I don't know. Something's happening. I can feel it. It's like I can slowly feel my fleshly body, and I don't mean necessarily body, but whatever goes along with the world these days. The worldly things are slowly dwindling away, and what's left? But being our authentic self? This isn't our authentic self. This isn't who we are. This flesh and blood and tissue, that's not who we are. It rots away. It's no good. If we live and we live our life and then we die, this life doesn't matter. So I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and I've got to the point where I don't care. I'm going to speak what I want to speak, and I don't care if anybody thinks I'm crazy. I don't care. But I was speaking to somebody about this, and I asked him, I said, "You think I'm crazy?" And he said, "Yeah, this sounds pretty crazy." And I said, "But I think a being or a person or human who has been programmed from birth and is being something that they're not. We go to school, we're being taught. We go to church, whoever goes to church, we're being taught. We watch TV, we listen to our music, we listen to the media, we listen to the government. All that is slowly programming us. We watch these commercials, and we want to go out and buy a cheeseburger because we saw how good it looked on TV. All that is a program. It's being programmed. To me, that's crazy, because that's not who you are. That's somebody made you that way. That's not who we are. I hope this makes sense. So, what's next? What's next for me? These crazy things that are happening, I'm predicting people's thoughts more and more and more. As people are speaking to me, it's like I know what they're going to say next. I know what actions what they're carrying. I'm seeing people's thoughts and patterns and actions and colors. I'm seeing auras more. It's crazy. This is a very crazy and wild experience, and I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't change it for a bit. I'm in the best place I've ever been in my life, and I love it. I hope you guys can find your peace, and I hope that there's somebody out there that's experiencing what I'm experiencing and can relate to what it is that I'm relating to. I love you guys. And I hope you find your peace and your love. And Godspeed.